a film, Bad Day at Black Rock, from 1955, directed by John Sturges. Just a matter uh, to make you aware of, in case you don't know, Sturges directed The Old Man and the Sea and Magnificent Seven, lots of fine movies. This stars Spencer Tracy, and I remember reading about it was a film he initially wasn't going to do, and Sturges said, "What if your character could only use one arm?" That intrigued Tracy, and he agreed to do the film, and we're all the better for it. So it was one of those, I always heard the title, but I didn't remember watching it as a kid. And when I did, wow, it was like watching Dynamite. This is a very tension filled film. Tracy plays a man who goes into this little nothing town on a mission. And he is not welcome, to say the least, because the people of the town have a secret that they're not eager to give up. And the cast, headed by Tracy, but the cast of the town, sort of ruled over by Robert Ryan, who's really snaky and slimy and nasty and Weasley. And he is aided and abetted by Lee Marvin and Ernest Borgnine, primarily. And then you have the beautiful Anne Francis as sort of Robert Ryan's girlfriend, sort of, and Dean Jagger as her pretty spineless brother, and Walter Brennan as sort of an oasis of sanity in the town, and a bunch of other people, all of whom play their roles to perfection. The film, like I said, has a lot of tension. There's a lot of bubbling anger right under it, and nastiness. It's a very, it's a relentless film. It's a film that almost seems hopeless at times. Not a long film, by the way. It's like 81 minutes, but it never stops. It's Sturgis's direction is just brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's claustrophobic where it needs to be. It breathes where it needs to be breathing. Um, his use of angles, his use of how a shot lingers or doesn't linger, um, and the people's understanding of it. What an interesting thing about this too. I don't know if it was in this film, but it may have been. Because there's films where you see Spencer Tracy and he's looking down a lot, and it's because sometimes on the floor he would have his lines. Interesting thing. Just like I know John Barrymore toward the end used to have them on a blackboard just off camera. Whatever works. The performance is what counts. And Tracy is so compelling. He is a magnet. Every second he's on screen, and he's there with some of the top scenery chewers of the world, like Walter Brennan and Robert Ryan and Ernest Borgnine. And boy, does he have sparks with Borgnine. And I understand that in real life, there's a lot of, I understand that because I wasn't there, But I think Borgnine mentioned he never liked Spencer Tracy. That may or may not be true, but they certainly have a dynamic together. A different one with Lee Marvin, too. Lee Marvin's character is nasty and creepy and evil, but in a more laid back way than Ernest Borgnine, who's like a muscle about to pop. He's he's so vicious. And why is this worth my time, John? Because it is. You will, if you've seen it already, you know. You need to see it again. I always need to see it again. I try and watch it like every year or so. Keep it there because I get hungry for it. And no other film will satisfy the way this film does. Has fascinating payoffs. I say payoffs plural because there's more than one. But it is from 1955. It is directed by John Sturges and starring Spencer Tracy, and it is Bad Day at Black Rock. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope you give it a look-see. Give me a holler if you do. Let me know. See you next time. Bye-bye.